See what's going on. Already there was like 2 or 3 people with red hair. Like I said, I mean that one doesn't really have that much red hair, but they're all dyeing their hair red. Slowly by slowly, just dyeing their hair red. Slightly more canes than normal. Like I made a prediction, I said now that I got a cane, I bet they're all gonna start having canes in their hand walking around. There was even a couple videos where I noticed someone walking with something that's like a cane, but not a cane. Almost like they someone predicted it and they couldn't even help but to want to walk with something that's like a cane, but then knew it wouldn't be counted as a cane, or some might think I'm schizophrenic or delusional, but that's pretty much the same thing, right? Here you go. Random things misplaced again. I said they time things out, especially recently. Like that girl happened to be, you know, putting her, you know, standing up, and she happened to, like, wipe her butt and stuff like that. Like, stuff like this is normal once in a while, but I think it's a bit, obsessive, especially since it's increased since a long time ago, like 2 months ago. This didn't happen. The stores weren't rearranged and reorganized like this, believe it or not. And then all of a sudden, it really was to a high amount. Like even stuff like this with the glove wearing. Now, is that gloves for the coronavirus? Coronavirus? Yeah. No. Oh, just wearing gloves. Oh. I've seen people doing the thing where they wear keys recently. Because one time I was on the computer and I said, "What is that guy having a key, walking around with a key in his hand? So I think that you got the key to my soul or something." And again, everyone with red hair, more and more and more people with red hair. The video where there was a sock with the girl with red hair there. Spray stuff around. You never know what they're kind of insinuating. They're getting more and more eccentric with their subliminal messaging. Now, if I said in a video in my internal monologue that they want me to think of masturbating when there's cream around, which I know they insinuated by putting extra bananas and having like women hold it that are like pretty, and then I've talked about this in my other videos, if they're putting all that stuff near something that's like a rope, like garden hose, like how I've said they've tried to insinuate with cable cords, me being attached to them, and leashes being attached to them, and belts being attached to them. So stuff that's in a string or a line usually insinuates me being attached to them or them being attached to me, or they think that, and they also feel like they're attached to me and they want make me feel like I'm attached to them. That would mean that they want me to feel as if I have to masturbate for them or get molested or tortured for them, going by their psychology in which I'm studying them and learning more and more about them. Like even stuff like that, we saw like he was just like snapping his fingers randomly, and then right when he walks by me, he just touches that and walks away. Like that's not as normal as you think. Once in a while, I mean, they didn't do this before. I even said, if I say that Satan does something, like okay, there's a thing over here, like some sort of cable cords. Let's see what's over here. Water shield, Scotch guard. They've also, ever since I started saying, you guys might as well be trying to make me look schizophrenic or something, and that didn't even exactly happen the way I'm saying it, because I'm remembering incorrectly. That guy just right when I walked by him, he didn't see me, but he starts like inching himself, and how do I say this? I mean, think about it. That person, I said, oh, you wearing gloves with the coronavirus? And I know she had like a slight accent, but it appeared as that she said no. And a lot of people have been doing that recently, like more than you would think. It's not just like a couple people are wearing gloves. I mean, everybody is like wearing gloves, and I mean like gloves for the coronavirus and not gloves for the coronavirus, like to insinuate them being Michael Jackson or pedophiles. They're trying to make me feel like I'm surrounded by pedophiles, make me feel molested and stuff. Like even that girl had a shirt with a girl with red hair on it, and I told you they want me to feel like I'm a little girl or like their kid or something. Pretty crazy stuff. Sorry if I get sidetracked. This, like I said, I get distracted easy sometimes. But they started doing more stuff. Like I've before said something like Satan will do this or Satan will do that, and then all of a sudden they do it more. Like I will say in my head, Satan will do this or that. I usually explain it out loud just to practice like talking out loud and practice my speech and stuff. As you can see, these books are still arranged like that. They haven't been touched. I think that's strange because most of the time these books get rearranged and reorganized all the time. And I don't mean this just them doing it. I mean, like, you know how that store naturally puts stuff back in the right places before the regular shoppers, you know, rearrange it, whatever, and look at books. But a lot of times it's usually just them doing something crazy with me. Let's see if there's anything different here. Now, Wonder Woman placed, and this Wonder Girl, is that the same as Wonder Woman? Placed like that. Now that's not too unnormal. At another store, I would say it's probably normal, but given my circumstances, if you've seen all my videos, I would say it's not really normal. So, not much here. Now, this might be different. I haven't seen these books here next to this one exactly. At least recently. So, they might be trying to make me think that I'm in heaven and it feels like family. And that I'm a girl with red hair and it'll be like heaven. The way they talk to me is very strange. I mean, it makes sense to me because I'm the one that notices them doing it. But this has been a gradual increase, and it's almost like learning a language. Because I know for a fact what they're doing if you really add up everything together. And then this doll, Peppa's Magic Unicorn. Earlier, I was thinking about something from Hayden's Memories, thinking, like I said, don't click off, this all sounds like crazy, but you gotta bear with me. I was thinking about, don't make Peppa sad. All of a sudden there's this doll here, next to Peppa the Pig. It's like my subconscious, my internal monologue just comes to life. I mean, I know it's not literally happening like that, I'm saying that's a way to describe it. And then this book is usually over there, and I've seen it once like there, like second row, first row, no, third row, first row. Now it's on the fourth row, wait, 1, 2, 3, fourth row, and it's right next to, you're my little cuddle bug, like you cuddle with a stuffed animal, you're my little cuddle bug, and then it's this, two people with red hair. I mean, and then of course, next to a Paw Patrol and a baby store book, because I said, they're trying to make me think that they're just my kid. I mean, they're trying to make me think that I'm just their kid, or a baby lizard person. They tried to insinuate it before with other signs I'll add up and organize into a condensed video and organize every single sign in the progression of it so that people can see the progression. Now, like this is the exact opposite of what they usually do. Usually they try and put a book like this and then put the book sideways. But this time, they put the book sideways and then put this one normal. And it says, love you, Tyrannosaurus Rex. They seem to be doing something like that, where they always talk, like I said, talk to me in these strange, crazy ways. Let's see over here where the movies are. They haven't been doing as much of their activities. Now, they went from if I were to rate it on a scale from 1% to like 1 to 100, one point to not 100 points. At first it was like 1 to 5 points, depending on which time I went to the store. They used to just do the thing where they would reorganize whatever I would buy, or what I was about to buy, or what I could possibly buy after a while. And then they started, I don't know if you saw that, she like, just, like, really just, like, touched her, like, penis, her vagina around her butt, and just, like, walked away. That's what they do to me. And it's crazy, all the time. And, now, the Hunger Games. Now, I probably made them feel like they're in the Hunger Games, believe it or not. Like I told you, they want to make me feel how would I make them feel. And I was talking about the Hunger Games recently. All of a sudden, the Hunger Games movie is misplaced right there. I mean, pretty crazy, right? Like I said, it's like my subconscious just comes to life. And then my bloody birthday. And I feel like they look at that and think of me as like that. Because I'm like the worst nightmare for them. Someone who was able to get evidence that they're just walking around. I mean, a lot of conspiracy theories are controlled by them. Like the narrative of the conspiracy theory, where people have like boxes of thought. Think about it like that, where most people fit into a, if you were to graph the way people think about conspiracy theories, it's like, well, people, you're supposed to either think about like this way, or like this way, or like this way, or like this way. And people don't usually mix and match things from every box into a new box of their own, like I did and do. And then it's hard to explain what exactly I mean by that, but I can go in more in depth on how that makes sense. Like how everybody has these preordained boxes of perception where people perceive things in a very specific way that's controlled by the way culture and their environment and the way life just is. And I can go more in depth on how that all makes sense. It might not seem like it makes sense, but if you study psychology or history, it might make sense if you study a little bit of all the above. And if you saw that, she itched her vagina, itched her butt, and then, believe it or not, they want me to think like, dude, I'll work out for you. And as long as you're her, you be a girl, I'll be like a strong like guy. Because one time I said, why are you always trying to have old men walk by me and like touch their penises? If you're trying to make me gay or trans, aren't you supposed to like, when you try and have at least an attractive guy? And that was me trying to make a joke. And I don't think they took the joke. Like I said, they're a different species that doesn't understand humor. And I didn't say it just seriously like that. And again, a loose cart, unless that's this guy's over here. This is your cart?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. And they've done stuff with that before. Like one time there was a girl with red hair driving by with this guy that had a cool car. I mean, it was an awesome car. It was cool. But they actually think that I'll be like, really? I could have a cool car with you? I'll be gay and trans for you. At the same time as they always try to insinuate other crazy stuff. Like, I don't know, watch this. Excuse me. I'm just doing a video. Do you mind? I'm not recording like you right now, but do you want to talk about Jesus for a second?
No, I'm not Christian.
Oh, okay, cool.
Take care, man.
Oh, you too. And see, that's the thing I'm talking about, where if, now just open your mind for a second. If they were really trying to lie to me about anything, wouldn't they want me to think they're Christian, knowing that I'm religious? At the same time as they're probably trying to make it look like that's not one of them, if they just pretend to be not religious, where they want you to think, well, that can't be one of them, because if they were lying to him about being his dad or mom, but they also are trying to do it in a way where God will hate me for it. If they walk around pretending to be Christian, then they don't think God will hate me. They want me to be satanic and think that I'm Lucifer. Like, they literally want me to think I'm the true son of Lucifer, or I'm a girl, or a trans person, and it's just a bunch of crazy stuff that they do. And like I said, just walk around with their hands in a pocket. Now, this has been happening more and more, where I'd say it was like, 1 or 2 out of 100 people walking by me with their hands in their pockets, or doing something strange or whatever, having phones in the back of their pocket, itching their boobs, and they walk around me having phones in the front of their pants instead of the back, like girls with yoga pants. If you're a girl watching this and you wear yoga pants, do you ever put your phone in the front? Is that a thing? I'm not even joking. Is it a thing just in Washington, D.C., in Miami, wherever I go? Because, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I mean, how itchy is everyone in this world? Do you itch every single aisle? Because, I mean, what are the odds everyone's always itchy around me? And it went from a scale, like I said, if it was 1% intensity in the rate at which people itched around me and did weird, like, sexual things to me or around me, it went from, like, 1 to, like, 10 to 20 to, like, 80 back down to, like, 10. Like, they want to make themselves noticeable. They're addicted to me watching them. They're addicted to me looking at them or doing any of the such. Even look at them for a second. Because they're addicted to control, fear, and pain, and, you know, psychologically traumatizing me, which covers all that. And also, they associate me looking at them with them hurting me and lying to me and controlling me and also getting me and getting rid of me, which is their main mission, their priority in life, their ambition in life, their goals and their drive. So they'll do anything to make me look at them or any of the things they do around the store, which is like a deep subconscious drive in them that I took advantage of. And they want me to look at them anyways, like doing anything. I mean, if, like, even like this, like, they're addicted. It's like the energy I just felt. I don't know how to describe this. I'm, like, studying them, where I'm not saying they put it here for any subliminal messages, but if I go like this and place this here, they're, like, addicted to it. They're like, we're controlling them. It's like a fetish, like a strange addiction, like someone who eats sand, or someone who, like, has, like, you know, is in love with their car, or someone who has a balloon fetish. I mean, that's how they actually genuinely feel. So, it's a strange thing to study them. At the same time as, like I said, I'm counting on someone to understand this from a psychological perspective. I don't really think I sound schizophrenic delusional, seeing as how I'm not projecting myself onto anyone. If anyone thinks that, which I highly doubt anyone really understands psychology in depth as I do on YouTube. And if you see me in other videos, I'm not a Mason. I'm technically bigger than them. They're like insects to me. They don't really understand anything. I mean, like I said, not much going on today. I think they've gotten too scared of me walking around the stores and filming this, because they genuinely thought that if they gave me evidence in these ways, it would scare me, intimidate me. They thought they'd be able to lie to me. I mean, they genuinely view me like I would be on this bike. Like, the same intelligence level as someone who rides these bikes is how they view me. And I took a full advantage of that, like the art of war. When your enemy thinks you're going to attack at night, attack during the day, and vice versa. And make your enemy think that you're weaker than they think you are, and always feel like always make the enemy think and be deceptive. Sorry, I'm just saying what I'm saying. Like I said, they always do weird, strange body language stuff when they're around me, and it's been more and more and more and more. Where I looked back on some of the first videos that I've been watching, and it happened more and more and more, to the point where whatever I talk about seems to happen just subconsciously. What I would think was subconsciously happens in real life. Like, even that guy's like, he almost just like touched snares. Like, that guy, I don't know if you saw that, but he looks like he's crying. They look kind of like they're crying almost. Now, like I said, I don't know how you guys, I don't know how much you people are good at body language, but one day I should film some of these people, like, just talking to them, and see how well they respond, if they're crying or not. Because to me, they look like they're crying. I don't know about what you guys think, but I would say that they're, like, literally crying, basically on the inside, at least. So I'm going to end that video just so I can shorten it up, because I think this is too long. But if I were to make a movie about all this and shorten it up, it'd be 5 to 7 hours long. And that might not still prove this to someone if they're that blind. If they don't already believe in the Illuminati or religion or conspiracy theories or aliens or demons, they might just think this is natural or normal. Even with the fact that all of the things misplaced, or at least all the ones I show, are, you know, about the same stuff. They want to insinuate I'm a girl or a dog or their son or daughter or a kid and all the above. But all the stores, all the stuff that is misplaced in the stores, I mean, that's not exactly misplaced. This is a little bit misplaced. But I mean, I'm talking stuff that just doesn't make sense. Milk in the freezer, socks near the oven aisle. And when I say the oven aisle, I mean like where you get chicken nuggets and stuff. Bananas just all laying around everywhere. Bananas near the orange soda. Like oil and cream and you know, like moisture stuff everywhere. Not normal. Like her when she walked by me, I think you were able to see that. Maybe not. She went like this. Like whenever people are near me, they more and more just do strange, weird stuff. But that's not the most important factor or variable in all this. It's the fact that whatever I think about happens in real life, and whatever I say they do, they start doing it more and more. It's pretty crazy.